I've chosen these forms because they're simple, accessible and impactful. There's a warm-up video that you can do first if you want to or you've got time. And there's also a posture video if you want to get geeky about your posture. I'll show you the form and you can practice it for as long as you like or as much as you've got time for. When you've finished your practice, step quietly back into Wu Qi and stand for a couple of minutes and just allow your yin and yang to balance. So this form is simply called opening and closing from the Dan Tien. Does what it says on the tin really. So it's a lovely Qigong form, it's quite calming, it's very centering, it's very grounding. And unusually we start with both hands, palm of both hands over the Dan Tien. In Wu Qi, other than, we make a slight curve with our back, as if we're making our back into a slightly protective shell. So my gaze, rather than being at eye level, is going to be on the floor a few feet in front of me. And then as we inhale, the knees stay bent, the form stays as it is, except the top half at the same time as the hands opening, your body opens at the front, so we come to here. And the exhale, we come back into the Dan Tien and we make this slightly rounded surface on our back again. So we're opening on the in-breath and closing on the out-breath. We're slightly uncurling. On the in-breath, we're opening the yin surface, and on the out-breath, we're curling up slightly. We're protecting ourselves with our yang surface, so the yin being the front and the yang being the back. So we're opening our soft underbelly, if you like, and then closing it and protecting it again. So the in-breath, we're opening our true selves, our soft selves, our vulnerable selves. On the out-breath, we're protecting ourselves, closing, quietening. So breathing in and breathing out. Common problems with this form are that you sort of open suddenly and you close suddenly. As with all Qigong movements, the journey is through the movement, just arriving for a moment at the extent and moving through the movement and arriving for a moment at the close. So it's a slow movement to be the same speed as your breath. And we don't want the arms to come too high up to start with. They stay low, so that if you look, they're sort of level with my hips, even though they're out, but they're not right next to the body. There's space in each armpit to put an egg. There's a little bit of space away from the body. So continuing with your speed, your rhythm, your pace of breath, opening and closing from the Dan Tien. And this is a complete practice in itself. If you want to just stay with your arms at this level, then that's a really nice practice. You can continue like this until you want to finish, and then just step quietly back into Wu Qi. If you want to do the rest of the form, we then take our arms a little bit higher up when we open, level with the solar plexus, level with our diaphragm, coming back down to the Dan Tien as we close. So the traditional form has 6 open and closes at the Dan Tien level, and then 6 at the solar plexus level, and then we continue upwards. So after you've done 6 at the solar plexus level, that's 6 there, coming up to open up your heart. So the center of the chest, the upper sea of Qi. Breathing in, opening the yin surface of your body all the way up to your heart center, and exhaling, using the protective yang to protect yourself. Opening and closing. We do one more level with the heart. Upper sea of Qi, really nourishing this part of the body. There's an expansive open lightness there. And the final height of this form is that we bring our arms all the way up, as if we're creating a funnel to channel heavenly chi into our bodies, coming all the way back down smoothly, easily to the Dan Tien. This is the inhale and the exhale. See if you can move smoothly, easily, without any friction, remembering your posture, remembering the strength in the lowest part of your belly, your sitting bones moving towards each other, your bubbling spring on the ground, coming back down each time to protect your body slightly, arching the yang side of your body, your protective back, after you've opened. So one more breath up here. And then we come back down a little way to opening at the heart center, cooling and calming the upper sea of chi, the sea of chi that lives in the chest. So from the Dan Tien, opening to this cool, calm center and closing back down to the Dan Tien. Staying slow and rhythmic, staying easy and frictionless. Just check that you haven't tightened your shoulders, crunched the back of your neck, gripped the floor with your toes, come off balance. Coming back to your Dan Tien at the end of every out-breath for a tiny little moment of still, empty pause. Coming back now to solar plexus level. Remembering not to arch your back, to stick your upper back out as your arms come up. Staying balanced at all times over bubbling spring. We're open and we're closed. Really feeling the Dan Tien every time the hands come back to center. That moment where you're connected into your center. One more at solar plexus height. And then we're back to opening nice and low. Opening the yin surface of the body, the yang surface of the body. Yin and yang. Connecting with the Dan Tien at the end of each breath. Really feel that connection between the palms of your hands, your Dan Tien. 2 more breaths.